Amanda Gummer, who's a parenting psychologist. And Dr. Gummer, you may have heard us mention today throughout the news, GCSEs finish, and an awful lot of parents are saying to their children, have a drink on us. Not only have a drink on us, have a bottle of drink on us, good or bad.
Terrible, clearly. Anybody giving their kids a bottle of vodka and going, fill your booze, what are they thinking?
But well, they're thinking to their son or their daughter, I suppose they're saying, it's a rite of passage, isn't it? They're now 16, they've got through this hurdle, everybody else is doing it, but there's a difference because they're now officially condoning it, aren't they?
Yeah, and I think that's a big difference, but I think we need to distinguish between giving your kids a bottle of vodka and going, fill your boots, versus introducing kids to alcohol in a gradual, responsible way that a lot of parents do. And demonising parents happens all the time, and there are very few, I would imagine, parents who are actually going, here's a bottle of vodka. I think the important thing is to look at the alternatives, and actually the extreme opposite is also really damaging, because if you don't give children access to any alcohol until they're legally allowed to, it's about the time they're leaving home, they're going away, they're unsupervised, and you've got no control. So teaching children risk assessment and the ability to self-regulate and self-monitor is a really important thing that should happen all through childhood, through play, through sort of discussions with parents. And you don't want to put it under the carpet, you don't want to completely ban it so it becomes the forbidden fruit.
You say
Obviously it's tragic and our thoughts must go out to the family. I think the headlines are simplistic in terms of saying that deleting a Tumblr account causes a child to commit suicide. This is clearly a troubled young girl, but I think it's a real wake-up call to a lot of families to make sure that their children aren't going into this toxic world of digital secrecy, and that starts right at an early age. And you need to give your kids a really balanced play diet, make sure they're not spending too much time on screen.
I think parenthood is a great leveller. So I think, neither of them have done this before. Babies don't come with a manual, and I think they will.
They do come with nannies.
They do, but apparently not this one. But I think, not being a martyr and outsourcing care when you can and when you need to, especially in today's society with working parents, and they're going to both be very busy working parents. I think parents have a great amount of guilt about not being there 24/7, and I think asking for help when you need it is really important.
Who would they ask?
Oh, I don't know who they will ask personally. I
can't. Middleton seems to play, grandma seems to play quite an important role, certainly in Kate's life and presumably in the future baby's life.
Yeah, and I think extended family is wonderful. I was very lucky to have my folks around, and they helped a lot with me. So, it's lovely to see the relationship that babies have with grandparents as well. So I'm sure that their extended family will play a massive part in their life, and that's really good for the baby, because they get more role models, people that they're attached to. That all helps with their development and their mental health as they grow older.
And a thought for Kate today when she's preparing to meet the world's press?
Focus on the baby. Big smile, focus on the baby and get home and enjoy. Put your pyjamas on, cuddle up. That's what it's all about.
Exactly. It's great to talk to you, Amanda. Thanks so much indeed. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Well, let's chat to Dr. Amanda Gummer, who's a psychologist who specialises in child development. Amanda, welcome. What is bonding? Is it just familiarity, being in the same room, looking over, connecting eyes, or is it something more than that? Is it a link of trust?
It is exactly a link of trust. It's that security and safety that children feel when they can trust the adult that they're with.
How do you get there?
There's lots of routes to it, but it is a question of spending time. It's things like eye contact, cuddles, and shared activity as well. There's lots of things that parents can do to help spend time with their children and help them engage.